Are earthquakes unpredictable? In the main, yes, but there are clues that the rock is under stress. Pets leaving home is one predictor, according to quake expert Berglund. They feel they must flee the area. And lately, I've gotten reports from California along the San Andreas that pets are indeed anxious and leaving home. Static on the radio is another such predictor, because the rock is squeezed so that water in the rock can conduct electromagnetic screeches. Recent reports from California include this sure sign also, but it's not just California, it's the Midwest too. In November, the New Madrid area from Arkansas to Dallas began booming. FEMA warned that 44 million people across an 8-state area were in a disaster zone. When did all this start? In 2003, the planet of the passage, Nibiru, aka Planet X, came into the solar system. It was then that signature quakes every 12 hours began being noticed on the live seismographs, while they returned in earnest in September. This magnetic influence of Planet X creates an Earth wobble. The south pole of Earth is grabbed and the north pole is pushed away on a daily basis. The wobble is palpable and can be seen in the snow cover analysis. The green lines represent snow cover during 1996 through 2005. The blue represents the current snow cover up to mid-December 2008. Note that the green-lined areas without blue are opposite each other on the globe, in western US and eastern Russia. The blue areas outside the green lines are also opposite each other on the globe, in Mongolia and the Great Lakes. The wobble is a figure 8, swaying back and forth and side to side. Lately, due to this lurching about, the Earth's plates have become slippery, so quakes occur all over the Earth at once. 10 of the 14 Earth plates were affected by significant quakes. Earth plates have loosened up so that they can slide against each other more readily and slide further than before. This movement sets the magma to sloshing about, often at opposite sides of the globe. This is not an earthquake signature, this is wobbling magma. These are the signs that the Earth is due for some major quakes, well ahead of the polar shift.
watched as he opened the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. The sun turned black like sackcloth made of goat hair. The whole moon turned blood red, and the stars in the sky fell to earth as figs drop from a fig tree when shaken by a strong wind. The sky receded like a scroll, rolling up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. Then the kings of the earth, the princes, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and everyone else, both slave and free, hid in caves and among the rocks of the mountains. They called to the mountains and the rocks,
"Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can withstand it?"
Look at what happened to the price of rice. As a Korean, I don't shop for rice, but you know, a lot of ladies do. They didn't really realize why that bag of rice from $5 went to 19. Brazil said, we're not going to take no more dollars for rice. We'd rather eat it on our own because our economy is growing. And from just Brazil stopping their exports to the US, bags of rice went from $5 to $15 overnight.
Already, you know, I said I was trying to buy a young coconut. They were $1.19 4 months ago. I went to buy a young coconut, it was $1.69. You know, 40-50% inflation in months. People on the ground all over America are noticing the price of bread and eggs and things going up. So there's inflation in what's important, which is food. So if that's the case, it'd be better to switch those dollars for food right now than not to do so.
We're going to see, seriously, victory gardens popping up all over LA and Southern California. Especially Southern California, because, you know what, next year it's going to be horrible for foods. I mean, horrible in a sense that it's going to be so inflated. Because, you know, California this year, the fall harvest was wiped out. There's nothing in California. Where's the avocados? Where's the apples? Where's the pears? There's none.
The inventories of agricultural products are the lowest they've been in decades. Not years, Bernie, but in decades. And we're going to have more problems. There are going to be periods when people cannot get food at any price. And this has not happened in our lifetimes.
Last year, the farmers couldn't get loans for fertilizers. They had to shut down counties and counties and counties because of the water issue. There's colony collapse disorder where there's no bees in California. They've been having to import bees from Arizona, and that's not even covering even 10% of the pollination. So we're going to see a huge food shortage come next year. You're going to see hyperinflation big time.
When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come!" I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come!" I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the four living creatures saying,
2 pounds of wheat for a day's wages,
and 6 pounds of barley for a day's wages.